So, hey, what's up, YouTube? What's up, Twitch? Had a pretty good day. I'm not gonna stay up too late though. I have to take you back, bugging me low level all day. Not like insanely bad, but yeah. So yeah, got all that done. Took the empty bins over to my old place. Brought back the full ones here. Um, Emptied a couple and brought them back over there. Not in that order though. We also went over to Staples and got um, my 2 drawer filing cabinet. And it right next to the more expensive ones, it's like, yeah, this piece of shit or whatever. I'm not gonna. I don't want to pay more than $70. Like the other ones are really nice, and like you could just feel how the drawers like slide in and out. Like mine's really cheap. A lot better than that little plastic bin I have that's like crammed full. So I'm gonna. It's unfortunately gonna give me more work to do because now I have to get all my papers organized into that. I might have to go get some more dividers. I don't know if I have enough or if the ones in the plastic container I have now fit. And I also got rid of the coolers. I had like 3 plastic coolers that we brought some stuff over from my own place. The freezer, and I did have them to use them on the fridge, but I didn't have that much stuff in the fridge. I just ended up bringing it over on my bike. They're gone now, give me a little bit more room. But yeah, so I have a bunch of totes to go through, and I have a bunch of stuff that I can throw out a bunch of it, like old pillows. I thought I only had 2 body pillows, like the one I was using and an old one. Or no, the one I'm using now is the old one, which I washed because I bought a new one and it was like too thin. Like I use it for my knees mostly, to hopefully straighten out my spine and whatnot. And the new one, like it felt like my knees were just like banging. Like, felt like there's nothing in between. So I don't know where the third one came from, but apparently I have 3. Yeah. I also have to go through my clothes and whatnot, and then I have to clean the other apartment and do some drywalling. And then there's a little more stuff to pack. Get over a DDR dance mat, which I can't really pack. I'm just well, I can pack it. It's got like 3 pieces of foam, and that's foam that I'm using for my air conditioner stuff. But that's from a broken one. There's 3 pieces in the good one. But you can like unzip it, and take them apart, and fold it up. I had the box, but I got rid of the box. It's a big box for 2 of them, and I only had one left. And it's so old, like it's kind of beaten up, and like lots of tape on it. So I don't really need it. But it would be easy to store in the back of the car. Got clean, drywalling. I would paint, but like when I moved in, that place needed to paint, so they're free to paint. I will like maybe get some primer for where I do the drywall, touch ups and stuff. But yeah, so I got all that done, and I got before that I got some groceries. Did like 3 trips. I looked up sales on ground beef, and it was like $6.99 a pound at Loblaws, and I was like, oh, like it's special or whatever. It's advertised. I don't know if it's special price. Um, but like I think I just confused it. Like that'd be a good price for a kilogram, maybe, because it would be like $23 for a family pack. I was like, what? Like I normally get them when they're like $12, and that's like extra lean on sale for $12. They did have like medium, like one package of medium for 12, a bunch of lean for 15, and then they had like extra lean for for 23. And I was like, so to remember that next time. If it's like $7, it better be per pound or kilogram, not pound. So I wasted my time going to Loblaws, but I got out of there, even though it's a maze. I didn't follow the arrows, but it was okay. I just went through like a checkout that wasn't open, it wasn't blocked off. There's nobody in there. When I walk around people, I actually stay 2 meters away. It'd be nice if everyone else did. Wore a mask or a boat, they should be doing it. And I got some or Gorilla Tape or the Gorilla Glue tape. It's called Gorilla Tape. From Canadian Tire, which is I had just enough to redo my air conditioner stuff. So before I took the insert that came with the air conditioner and put it in my window, it was too long to fit the right way, so I put it like the window slides horizontally. Then I put it horizontally and I filled in the gap above it instead of putting it vertically because it's too tough to do vertically. But now there's a piece of foam it was just the piece I was using before. It's a lot smaller and it's vertical. It's got 2 circular cutouts, and I can't really. It would be a waste of time to try and like tape the ducts or hoses, or whatever you want to call them. But they pop in pretty well. I wish they were both the same size because the big one is like perfect. You just poke it, push it through the hole, and it fits nice and snug. And then there's a small one that has a bigger connector, but the tube itself is smaller, and I don't like that one because it's not airtight. But it's fine. So that, and then I took all the pieces that came with it, the extensions, insert or whatever you want to call it, and then I took some leftover foam and I made it's nice and sturdy. It goes from the bottom to top, and I actually taped it onto the outside glass door, and it slides back and forth perfectly. So all I have to do is just close the outside door and take like 2 pieces of tape to hold it tight to the frame, just to get it nice and snug, and then it's perfect. Running it earlier when it was like 27, 28 degrees, working really well. And I had my fan blowing the cold air towards the kitchen. Yeah, very nice. Wasn't super cold, but it was slightly colder, and it was a lot drier. So once you get rid of the humidity, it feels like it's colder, even though it could be the same temperature. Yeah, so should be ready here. Let's see what we got for daily challenges. 2 games, 10 beds, 2 watches. So I'm wondering if they converted the old rate 5 trails that you had into single long. Select Watson. Nothing new in the. Ooh, that looks really nice. It's not a bad skin. I'm not a huge fan of like Shane. Like, it's a good skin for him. Oh, what we got for Classic Day? 13 treasure words left to get, and 59 days left to get it. Like, why did the music go quiet all of a sudden? I must have went over the music. I gotta do this. Oh, there's only an hour left. God. I'm going to hop into the shooting range, firing range, to get good volume level here for everything. I was playing some music, and before that, still haven't finished it. I mentioned that Django and Chain. That's probably a good way to just try out another gun. Just to be sure. It's not subwoofer. Yeah, turned it up a little bit for music. A little bit of drift going on here. So yeah, I have to like slowly let it go, and then it'll seem to it. Only to the right, but not every time I slowly let it go. Not like clearly not like a Joy-Con drift.
Tossing a grenade. Tossing a grenade. Tossing. New apartments coming together. It almost felt like it was completely together and ready before now, but little by little, almost up to 100%, like the filing cabinet I thought. Oh yeah, I also got the garbage bin. Yeah. But I can just have like a garbage bag on the floor there. Have the bin here and the bag on the floor there instead of have the bag on the floor in my nice apartment. I still have to clean the floor where I had the garbage bag on the floor, but I took all my brooms and dustpans and vacuum cleaner to the other apartments. I have to finish cleaning there first before I bringing it floor cleaning equipment back here. Interesting. So I don't know if I don't have that regular viewer all the time. Yeah, it showed up on Twitch. It showed up on OBS and then it disappeared.
watching YouTube. It's all good. Phone real quick. Tesla being LNK Powell, who is an old ex-CEO of Reddit, is trashing Tesla. Apparently, Tesla being Tesla on Juneteenth, a fake, unpaid holiday won't make me forget this article. Menial tasks, slurs, and swastikas. Many black workers at Tesla. Oh, I can't read it. I feel their face. Well, there's a lawsuit. Tesla must face lawsuit claiming racism. What? Unpaid PTO nature. What is unpaid paid time off? That's not unpaid PTO. That's it's not UPPTO. It's just time off. Like what the fuck? She's weird. She's kind of weird sometimes. Unpaid PTO. It's just time off. It's not unpaid paid time off. But like, who talks like that? Like she's a CEO for Reddit. Like there's lots of abbreviations and stuff on it. She should understand how abbreviations work. Not call it unpaid paid time off. It's just, I'm just gonna give my PlayStation a quick rest here. Oh, you can't spot that. When Dr. Pepper behind the glass. I'm making fun of you, Jasper. Come on. Got my dishes here. Got some chicken strip, French fry, on a deep frying stick. What else is pink or Andrew? I also got my air purifier, but there's no mold mildew problem here, so I don't need that. There isn't really that much dust either. I found there's a lot of dust at the old place just because it's next to a busy street, and the one window I did have open for fresh air is like you could see like the road from it, and it's like near the bottom of the hill, so like cars are going down this hill, and I'm sure they're picking up dirt and stuff. And it's pretty bad there for dust. There's worse places like there's someone I worked with at Zellers who also worked with my dad, and she moved out to the country, and I helped her move stuff from like from her old place to the new place, and she lived near Division Street, like right near the bridge near the 401. And so like cars would be going over the bridge, and like dust would be coming off down the bridge. Oh my god, like felt so bad for her. Her place was so dusty and stuff. She's like, yeah, like vacuum like every week, and it just gets dusty so fast. And my last place is kind of like, yeah, so I might actually sell that. It definitely needs a new filter because I think the filter should have been changed in October of last year. Probably forgot to check. Obviously. change the outlet my fan's plugged into. Stretching the cord. Like how it looks. Can't get for it. I feel like I'm crazy for thinking it, but I feel like my 12,500 BTU air conditioner isn't that much better than my 500 BTU air conditioner. Because when I don't know how low the other one could get, but I don't know. I feel like it doesn't do like 2 times and then some the cooling. That's for sure. I don't. Might not even be that much of a stretch to say the 5,000 one might even be better. It's weird. And I had a misconception about it. I thought it was pulling in fresh air to be cooled in the room, but no, it's actually pulling in air from the room in the back to cool. But the dual hose design is good for, it's all for the exhaust. So it's an intake and then an outtake for the exhaust. It's good to have a dual hose design because then you don't have any like positive or negative pressure. It doesn't fuck around with the pressure. Whereas other portable ones with just one hose will suck air in from inside and use that air to push the hot air out. And I guess that creates negative pressure and pulls in air from like cracked stuff in the rest of the apartment. And that's kind of gross if you live in a musty old apartment because it's going to be pulling in that musty air from inside the walls. But, but yeah, so it just pulls in air from outside and then pushes it through. I don't know what part you call that. It also, I don't know if it's because of the dual hose thing, but it also evaporates when it's in cooling mode. If it's super humid, I do have to empty it sometimes, but I think most portable air conditioners, they probably have like a tray, sort of like a dehumidifier that you just slide out and empty it. But mine has actually 2 drains. It has like an upper drain and lower drain. I'm not sure what the difference is about those. Works pretty well. I don't know if it worked better the first day, like I turned it on, or if it's just because like I got some like sunburn and like my body temperature is a little bit higher, but it doesn't feel super cold anymore. Like it used to be like I turn it on, like put my hand in front of it, I'm like, wow, that's really fucking cold. And at first, yeah, it definitely felt like the air coming in was colder than the old air conditioning. It's weird. But my thing, my window's not. So there's something upstairs probably, or I think there might be like a mouse in the wall or a rat. I heard like scratching noises, and it doesn't sound like it would be coming from the apartment. It sounds like it's coming from like inside the wall or the ceiling. Okay, though I got Jasper. Not like he actually. I've had a mouse in the apartment before, and he did not. He's a little sweetheart. I don't think he'd kill it. He just wanted to like play with it and be its friend, probably. ordered some furniture. I mentioned it already in previous stream, but I ordered some furniture from IKEA, and it's $40, 39 to be specific, to get it delivered to the Kingston pickup location, or it's $170 to have it delivered. So $40 isn't bad considering I'd have to drive to Toronto and back to not pay that. Wouldn't want to do that with the COVID-19. But it used to be $30 like last year, so I'm a little. At least I think it was, because someone said it was $30. I don't know if they were just rounding down, which I don't think we round down. Did probably say $40, so it definitely was like 99% sure it was $30. Just get a good color scheme going for my main leaf. Okay, I made fun of Ellen for calling it unpaid PTO, but it looks like HR at Tesla called it unpaid PTO. Unpaid paid time off. What? Like maybe their systems have to classify it as unpaid paid time off because their systems are set up weird. But this is an email from one human being to another, so you don't have to talk like that. Just call it time off or unpaid time off. But unpaid paid time off? Doesn't that sort of just cancel out and make it not paid and not unpaid? Somewhere in between, half paid time. I don't know. It's really stupid. You couldn't pay me to drive a Tesla. Teslas are fucking sweet. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, Musk is a piece of shit. He thinks his employees should work 80-hour work week or something. And he's on like Twitter half the time. Butterfingers throwing my phone. Good thing it's got a military grade case. Or so they say. I need to replace the screen protector too. Ooh, a match on Tinder. Someone who'll never talk to me. She's pretty. Oh, she's super far away though. I just expanded my distance and now, yeah, you're also far away. She's a little overweight, but she's very pretty. Oh, she has a cute dog. I don't know that she loves country music. Like, no, I don't. Some country music is okay. I just don't like people. Well, no, I don't. I don't like people. I just don't want to listen to it all the time. So I don't know. I have fun with others. Want to be listened to it all the time. Okay. So let's get ready here. I'm gonna mute the mic, grab a drink. My sound should be good to go. I think your sound is not good to go. Looks like is it still set to spit it? I thought I changed it back. Weird. This is reconnect the remote play. Should fix it. I should fix it. Yeah, it looks like it's working out. Oh, what the hell? It's working now, but okay, I'll show you here. I go left and right, and it's registering. Watch now. Now that I'm showing you, it'll register. But I press the PlayStation button, and it's not registering. I used to do that to test the sound all the time. What? Now only this is working. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Okay, whatever. At least the sound's working. I guess I just can't use the PlayStation button to test it anymore. Okay, I'll go grab a drink and away we go. Sorry, I've been fooling around with my air conditioner stuff. I'll get ready right now. Okay, I'm ready. I got some wine to drink, but I do have to run to the washroom real quick, and then I'll be super ready. So, a couple more minutes. Sorry, but not like anyone is chatting in the stream, being like, "What's taking so long?" So I'm all good.
Introducing your champion.
In case you didn't know, you get here by winning.
Master. I am honored. I think we should land here. You can't beat the view from up here. I'm going to search for loot over there.
Body shield here. Level 2.
That would come in handy. Thank you.
You're welcome. I love you too.
Attention, there is a new kill leader.
Keep eyes on the new kill leader. Shotgun bolt here. Level 3.
Another eliminated champion. Bye-bye. I could use that. Extended heavy mag here. Level 1. Gotta hop up here. Select fire. Got an extended sniper mag here. Level 3. Standard stock here. Level 1.
1 minute before the ring closes. We have time.
Optics here. Close range. Pardon. I think that would come in handy. 45 seconds until ring closure.
Let's go this way. 30 seconds remain. The ring is nearby. Medkit here.
Dibs.
10 seconds. Is closed. Front line here.
That would come in handy.
I've got an Evo shield here. It's cool. Level 1.
We need to go. Ring's moving. I need a weapon.
Attention, delivering care package.
Incoming care package.
Enmity. Backpack here. Level 3. Gotta hop up here. Optics here. Sniper. Survey beacon here. Sniper stock here. Level 2. Optics here. Sniper.
R99 here.
Body shield here. Level 2.
Scanning for the next ring. Check your mini-map.
Let's go that way. Standard stock here. Level 2. And fencing. If the fence gets crossed, we'll know. Ultimate optics here. Closer range. Let's go here. Allons-y. We are near the wall. Look over here.
Opening fire on the enemy.
Ring
Giving
countdown.
my shields a recharge.
We're inside the ring. Opponent over here.
Zipline deployed. Target focused.
Just topping up my shield.
Victory strength. Charging shields.
Crossing that.
Giving my shields.
Need assistance here.
Taking a moment to recharge my shield.
I'm down. Let's go there. Adversary over there.
Let's go.
I need help. Need assistance here. Enemy in sight.
What a great spot. Not
Well, that sucks. We're gonna get a better squad next time. Maybe I'll do rank.
I feel.
With the right moves, we'll take this win. We'll win this thing together. Semper Fi or die. Introducing your champion. This isn't a costume. It's a uniform. It's who I am. And you will respect it.
I'm the jump master. I'll lead the way. Trust me, we want to land over here. Let's go!
Round 1. Beginning ring countdown. Attention. First blood.
First blood, and it's not us. Wonderful.
Attention.
Optics here.
There is a
Sniper.
new kill leader.
New kill leader. Watching that vector.
Optics here. Sniper.
Smoke out. Repeat on last.
Attention. The champion has been eliminated.
I found a charge tower here. Ultimately, they're pretty helpful. Let's explore this way. Who's ready to fly on a zip line? Let's go this way.
Let's go this way. Cancel it. Body shield here. Level 2. You need one if you don't have it.
1 minute until the ring closes. Could take us a while to get there.
Extended light mag here. Level 1.
could use that.
Gotta hop up here. Hammer point.
Ring's not close. I need an extended heavy mag. I need a standard stock. I need a hop up. Double tap trigger. I need a barrel mod.
Might be
You should
something
move
good
here.
this way.
Thank you.
I got you.
Let's go that way.
Roger.
Copy that.
As the squad had been here.
Let's explore this way. The wind's moving, friend. There's a jump tower here.
Let's go here. Allons-y.
Might be something good this way.
Death box here.
Woohoo! Is that how I do it? Zipline deployed.
Attention, delivering care package.
Incoming. Hostile right here. Hey, we're spread out a
Hey,
lot.
Abby.
Look at the map. Frag out. Frag out. Opening fire on the enemy.
Let's go this way.
Team, I found the next ring location for us. Check your maps.
Come on. Give my shields a recharge.
Something good this way.
Yes.
Let's explore this
Survey
way.
beacon here.
Opening fire on the enemy. Kill us. There's another squad. Here I come.
Give it a... Double time it.
We took an enemy down.
Kill confirmed.
Grenade coming in.
Taking contact with enemy.
Recharging. Healing wounds.
Tango kill.
Firing.
That was the whole squad. Evo shield here. Level 2.
Gotta hop up here. Double tap trigger.
Give my shields a recharge.
Evo shield here. Level 2.
Body shield here. Level 4.
There's a
You
jump
need one,
tower
you don't
over
have
there.
Give my
Attention.
shields a
The
recharge.
kill leader has been
Target
eliminated.
spotted.
Heads up. Dropping the bang. Rings next door. 45.
Reloading.
Just topping up my shields.
Reloading.
Recharging shields. Only 30 seconds left on the clock. The ring's close. Reloading.
Tango down.
Firing. Reloading. We killed the last member. Giving my shields a recharge.
I need shields.
Reloading.
10 seconds. The ring is fairly close.
Popping smoke.
I
Recharging
need
shields.
shields.
Warning.
I need shields.
In progress.
Rings moving. Hustle up.
I need shields.
Repairing.
I need shields.
Care package being delivered.
Using grapple.
Taking a heal. I need help. I need shields.
Explore this way.
Round 3. Beginning ring countdown.
Extended light mag here. Level 3. Might be something good this way. Reloading. Took out an enemy.
Shotgun bolt here. Level 3.
Enemy over there.
Taking damage. Recharging my shields.
Contact with target. Level 3.
Bullets over here.
Recharge.
Down to target.
I need help.
Heads down. Airstrike being close. Let's survive. 1 minute till close. Contact.
Reloading.
Please.
Another great squad. I had a feeling like they had shield cells, but they wouldn't even give me one.
45
Yep,
seconds.
yeah, they had shields the whole
Help,
time.
please.
Anyone? No? Okay. Die. Yeah. Don't fall back and revive me or anything.
3-0. Rings close.
Okay.
Giving him the ship. Reloading.
Please.
Give me a sec. Recharging
Need
shield.
assistance here.
Giving him the ship.
I need help.
Oh my god, they're actually gonna revive me. What the fuck? I thought they were gonna die.
Whole squad taken out.
My synapses are firing again. Thank you.
Reloading.
We need to go. Rings moving.
Attention. Delivering care
Got a squad ship banner. Care package touching down. Give my shields a recharge.
defense is complete.
Giving him the chimney.
I'm going to search for loot over there.
Hemlock here.
AK-45 here. This area is controlled.
Thanks.
Care package over there.
Firing for effect.
Enemy spotted.
In progress.
Enemy right here. Enemy very close. Enemy very close.
Round 5. Beginning ring countdown.
The map says not all of us are inside the next ring.
Target over there.
Hostile close.
Tango. Tango spotted.
Hostile over there. Making contact with enemy.
She squad. She squad.
You know what? I had a little bit more in me, but I'll just save it for tomorrow. So that's gonna be it for me. Maybe just turn on this music so I don't get a copyright strike. Yeah, that's pretty damn good. I didn't expect to get the challenges that quick. That's awesome. So I'm gonna go watch some greasy cheese here. Clean that up. Go watch the rest of Django Unchained. I thought it was kind of fitting to watch it with everything that's going on. You know, remind yourself of Black history. Watching that one lady, the sister of like Leo's character, like take Broomhilda to the room. It's like, oh my god, I hate everything about her. I hate all her mannerisms. Good movie though. They really focus on like Django, because he's the hero of it all. And you can tell like the music and focusing on him and like his acting and everything. Like it's all about how he feels. For lots of fucked up history. I'm glad it's behind us, but still dragging a lot of it forward with like segregation lasted so long. Even though Django is a free man, they treated him like shit. They were so pissed off at him riding the horse and shit. Just riding a fucking horse. What the fuck's wrong with riding a horse? You don't think if they had horses in Africa, they'd probably ride horses? I don't think they had naturally had horses. I can't look that shit up. They definitely have zebras. Zebras are a mess. Anyways, my PlayStation's kind of get out of Apex Legends. Better charge my controller. That was a really good day. Like my stream's only 1 hour 41 minutes long. Most of that time was not playing the game. I got all my challenges done. That's pretty damn impressive. So I'm gonna go watch this movie. I'm on bed. And tomorrow's another day. Got lots to do. The end of the month is coming up soon. I gotta get out. I gotta get the place cleaned. I gotta do a little drywall. So waiting for. So yeah, let me just bitch about the landlord. So I lived at that place for 4 years. It was gross when I moved in. I'm pretty sure it got worse as time went on. Like when I moved in, there's disgusting mold in the tiling or whatever in the bathroom, and they weren't gonna fix it. But like the summer before, like last summer, I complained. I don't know, something happened. I think something happened to the sump pump, or I don't know. Maybe it's just the foundation. There's lots of leaks or whatever, but it was really fucking damp down there. Like, it was always wet down there, and it started getting smelly, and the smell is coming up through the floor. And I complained to the property manager, and this was when I had some health concerns. I was actually on some antibiotics. I just had some skin infection. Basically, I don't know, it's ingrown hair or something. That type of shit. Just an ongoing condition that my family doctor didn't really want to take seriously when I first went to him with problems. He's just like, well, just make sure you're washing. Like it's between my legs. Like I got big thick thighs. They rub together, and they should be covered in hair, but the inside where they rub together, there's no hair because they rub. And yeah, and he's just like, make sure you're washing down there when you have a shower. I'm just like, I have a fucking shower every day. I am cleaning down. I clean my whole body. Like, okay, like that's. I just wasted my time coming here for that advice from him. unfortunately, Canadian healthcare is more reactive than proactive. So, like, if you go in with a problem, if it's not too severe, they'll just be like, "Oh, just keep an eye on it. You'll be fine." Like, I should have had antibiotics back then. I'm pretty sure they would have been more effective then because of the virus or whatever it is that gives me my skin infections spread throughout my whole body. Like, I have stretch marks, and like it seems just like spreading through my stretch marks because I grew too fucking fast. And so, like, and one boil turns into a whole bunch, and if they're connected, they're called a carbuncle. I'm pretty sure connected through my stretch marks. I'm really sorry to fucking gross people out, but this is what fucking Canadian healthcare is like. Like, I feel like if I lived in Denmark or one of the great European countries, if I went to the doctor, they'd be proactive rather than reactive. So, like, Canada is a lot better than the United States, but they make us look better than we really are. That's my opinion. Yeah, I have a back problem now. Why not keep this train going for a bit? Then what else? Oh yeah, so I was gonna bitch about that. So yeah, like gross, really fucking place, and mostly this is the property manager because like I tried to complain about the two separate property man. I only complained about each property manager once directly to the landlord, and each time he never responded to me about my concerns about the gross negligence and unprofessionalism of his agents. Like they're acting on his behalf, so he should fucking take it seriously. But it was like every time, like both times, I complained, the property manager just got like more pissed off with me. It's like, oh, don't ever talk to him. Only ever talk to me. And when I got the eviction notice, it was really weird. It's like I lived in a small bachelor unit. Like I got this eviction notice. It's like your landlord is going to move into your unit with himself, his wife, and his child. And I'm just like, that's not legal. Like, and like apparently this child's like 2 years old. For sure, they need their own they need their own legally. If you have a kid, they have to have their own bedroom. You can probably get by with one bedroom for two kids. I don't know about 3 or 4, but so I was just like, what the fuck? And then I tried talking to the property manager. She's just like, I'm busy. It's the first day of the month. I'll forward your concerns to it's like, what? Like, he's going to finally talk to me for once? Yeah. And so, like, he's been there in the other unit. He ended up, he's moving into the whole house. He's going to combine all 3 units. But he's in the 2 bedroom unit. There's also a 1 bedroom upstairs, and then there's a bachelor in the back, which I haven't budged. And he's in the 2 bedroom. And already now, on 2 occasions, I've been over there, like cleaning and organizing, packing and picking stuff up and dropping stuff off. And like, he's been, I'm 100% sure he knows I'm there. He doesn't come out and say hi or anything. And I was waiting for me to go say hi, but like, fuck that. Like, I gave him fucking, it's not that much, like, compared to market prices, but $25,000 over 4 years. That's what my rent amounts to. So he can get off his fucking ass when he's like chilling in his living room, come over and say hi. So yeah, this is a matter of principle to me, just being like that. But yeah. So I got those emails like, oh, I noticed you're like mostly packed up. It's like, and it's like, if you wanted to move out early, my wife's mother-in-law could use the space, and like he didn't say anything about like um giving me extra money for the half month. He didn't talk about like how we'd work out the electricity bill. And as far as I'm concerned, that especially that bachelor, I think the other 2 units are a lot nicer. That bachelor should probably be condemned. Like it's disgusting. Not the unit itself, just like the crawl space underneath. It's always damp down there. It was a lot of the time it was flooded, and like when I complained about the smell coming up through the floor, when I had that problem with like my legs and whatnot, I was at the walk-in clinic, and she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna send over the handyman. He'll be there in like half an hour." I was like, "Excuse me, like, don't I get like 24 hours notice?" She's like, "No, it's an emergency." It's like, I'm not complaining about mold growing in my apartment. I'm complaining about the smell coming up through the floor. I don't know why they needed access to the unit in such an emergency. And it's weird because, they drag their feet in all the other cases. So like the place was a mess, and I didn't feel comfortable with them just like going in there because like I wasn't feeling too well, like I wasn't doing the dishes and laundry everywhere, and like probably like wrappers and garbage and stuff on the coffee table. I don't want them going in there, and so like I just go up to the walk-in clinic receptionist. And I'm like, "I'm really sorry, I have an emergency. I have to take off." And I went home and let him in, and this was last summer. And he came in, like, looked all over the place, like, "Is there any mold growing?" It's like, I don't see any growing, but when I moved in, like, 3.5 years ago, there was, I don't know if it was dead, but, like, this gross mold growth on the floor. It looked like it was, like, bleached, like, didn't really spread the whole time I was there. And, like, I told him about that, and he's like, "Oh, yeah, we'll replace that, get that fixed up for you." Months go by, they don't do fucking shit, and then they finally renovate the outside. They didn't really have to renovate. All it really needed was a new coat of sealant or paint or something because it was wood siding. And I looked up the property standards, the building codes, the bylaws for Kingston, and it has to be treated. Like you can't have untreated exposed wood, and that's what it was. Probably went like at least 10 years without being recoated with some sort of weatherproofing. They put the cheapest vinyl siding on there, had the shittiest employees, contractors doing it, smoking in in the crawl space under my apartment, making my apartment stink. Cigarettes. When they were like working on the windows when I was there, like I wasn't at work and like I didn't have anywhere else to be, so I'm just chilling at home. They're working on the windows, putting the windows in, smoking cigarettes. Like my whole apartment reeks. Can you not? And when they were like doing measurements and shit, I had a window fan in, and I think it wasn't too hot. I didn't really need an air conditioner. But I have a window fan pulling cool air inside. You can hear the fan running. It's not quiet or anything. The guy's smoking a cigarette, like inches away from it. I like stick my head. I was like, "Could you maybe not smoke there? You're making my whole apartment reek." He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know." Are you fucking? Are you kidding me? Like, do you know what a window fan is? Like, it's clearly not an air conditioner. An air conditioner wouldn't be pulling in air from outside. Still, if like you look at the people who work on the building where I am now, they don't smoke on the job. If they're smoking in their uniform, they go off like to the side and they just have a cigarette and they come back. They're not like on their skylift like smoking while they're working on people's balconies and shit. Like it's just incredibly unprofessional. You can tell that the landlord or the property manager, both of them, because I'm sure the property manager like signed off on some decisions and whatnot. You can tell they're going for like the bottom of the barrel for contractors and shit. So I consider it doing the landlord's mother-in-law a favor by making her wait till the end of the month because she's probably in a hotel room right now. She's probably trying to like save some money and get her into that shitty little bachelor. It need like the whole thing needs to be like stripped. Like the walls, the floors probably need to be replaced. It was flooded for like weeks and weeks, and I kept going down, like taking a picture because they knew it was flooded. They weren't doing anything about it, and I was just like taking pictures for evidence for going to the landlord temple, which I'm still going to do, even though I can't get a rent reduction. I'm going to see if they can subsidize my rent at my new place instead. Um, I kept going down, and then eventually locked the door. Like it was weird when they did the renovations. They put a door on there, and I saw the door. It had a hole for the doorknob, but instead of cutting off the other side, they cut off the side with the doorknob. They put it in the door frame. It was just flapping in the wind. This was December, January, and it's like -10, -20 out, and my floor is uninsulated. It's cold as enough as it is, and I got this door flapping open, letting like outside air into the crawl space, making it even colder. And I think they took them like a whole month after they finished everything else to put a hole in that new door because they cut off the hole that it came with and put a doorknob in. And then like 2, 3 more months until they started locking it. I don't know if they locked it because like the upstairs tenant was like, he's kind of fucking creepy. He's just like watching me go down there and like take pictures. I knew he was watching me because I could smell him. He'd be smoking inside his apartment. Like, the smell would be wafting down. Like, where's that really gross smell come from? And I could see him. And he's just watching me, not saying anything. So I don't know if they locked it because maybe the other tenant in the 2 bedroom had the 2 kids. Maybe they were trying to get down there and it wasn't safe. But I think they locked it so I can keep going down there taking pictures every day, being like, oh, another day where it's flooded. And they knew, but they knew the problems. They just didn't give a fuck. Like I have like text message history in my phone. Like I take that to the landlord board. I'd be like, it's flooded down there. Like you should probably get like a replacement. Sometimes it's like, oh, it's under warranty. We're just waiting for to hear back from the company. It's like, should probably do something about it being flooded and not wait like weeks. Like, so I have like text messages where they're like, yeah, we're just gonna wait weeks and leave it flooded. So that even if it's not flooding into my apartment, it's mildew and mold and shit. It's against the fucking law. That's for sure. But anyways, shitty landlords. People can bitch about Homestead all they want. They are. You just can't compare them to fucking Rory Dyke. I don't know if he's a lawyer anymore. He's out of work, and that's why he's moving back to Kingston. He's a corporate lawyer. He's super successful. If you look him up, he's like modeling shots of, I don't know, professional photography. Like, anyway, kind of ridiculous. I don't think it's cool that like he's gonna live in the nice part and stick his mother-in-law in the gross moldy place. Like what the fuck? Like fix it up first. Not ready. Don't just stuff your mother-in-law in there. That's a piece of shit move. Anyways, I gotta watch Django Unchained. Finish the rest of my lines by 10:45. So if things go the way they've been going, I'll probably wake up early tomorrow. But I don't want to play Apex Legends too early. You know, gunfire and explosions and shit. I don't want to wake people up. So I'll get some work done in the morning, or I'll just try and go back to sleep and probably fail and just lay there staring. I don't stare at the ceiling. I put on a blindfold. Helps me sleep when it's during the day, especially like when I had to work night shifts at work. So sometime tomorrow I'll be back for more. I don't have any more weekly. I don't have any more daily challenges to get for the weekly challenge thing. I'll have to wait for that to reset, but I'll still try go for the daily challenges. every little bit helps, and I would like to max out the battle pass, even though I'm not a super huge fan of all the aesthetic stuff that you get this season. I still want to like get the badge that shows I got one level 110. Keep pushing for that. Got lots of time. Should be super easy, and I'm having a good time. Maybe who knows? Maybe I'll work my way up to the platinum ranks. Maybe I'll work my way up to diamond. You never know. Especially with a clan. Pop open Discord. I should probably put that back on my phone. I told the guy to add me, and he didn't add me. He just gave me his name. So he's like, "Oh, I'm too lazy to add you. You gotta add me." If he added me, he would have seen that I was playing. I don't know. He's playing like 3 hours ago. I don't know if he's still playing, but if he's still playing, I can see that I'm playing and just invite me. Too fucking lazy to add me. I gotta do all the fucking. Anyways, it's been a good day. So hopefully tomorrow's a good one too. Hopefully today was good for everyone else.